How's everyone doing today? Jackie Evans Jr. here, host of the CSC Local 401 podcast. And today's episode is topics. We're going to hit a lot of them, and we're just going to talk some things, give out some knowledge and information. And as always, it's just here for you to take into. You do it what you wish. But remember, to all my 401 people, to all my people in CSCA, you guys are the U in union. Please don't forget that this engine runs with you guys and you guys only. So the first topic we're going to hit today is about the big, beautiful bill, as they call it, that was just passed. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, from the overviews, the reading of it, the people I've talked to, the knowledge I've been given, ain't much beautiful about it. There are a lot of federal cut spenders. There are a lot of cuts to spenders. They're on a lot of financial responsibility more on the states, and that's going to really impact a lot of things. So the first thing I want is probably the big topic that most people heard, because with any bill, what they think is you put the good stuff in the front and you overload the bad stuff in the middle and the back where people ain't going to read. So I know a lot of you have heard that there'll be no tax on overtime. That is just a misnomer. There will be taxes, but it's not broken down the way. And the beautiful thing is, first and foremost, is you don't see that on your check. That is a deduction you can take out at the end of the year. That'll hopefully make you maybe get a better refund, but not much, because you're not taxing your overtime rate. You're just taxing the overtime, meaning we get paid out overtime at 1.5. They're only going to let you deduct the 0.5. So unless you work crazy amounts of overtime, and I know some of you do, it's not going to be a big deduction you can roll out to the back of your taxes. So it sounded real good up front, but by the time it got dissected, rechecked, redressed, changed, thrown back into the wash machine, washed again, brought back out, dissected one more time, guess what? That's what the end result of it was. Now, some big impactful things. They're cutting lots of money from SNAP. They're cutting a ton of money from Medicaid. And a lot of people who rely on Medicaid to get basic health insurance soon are not going to have it. They're changing the parameters to even qualify for Medicaid and SNAP, so that's going to hurt too. They're going to drive the cost of food through the roof. And let's be real, all that is already expensive as it is. We are paying astronomical prices. I seen one time, I went to a pizza shop that I used to frequent, and they had this article from 10 years ago saying that you could get a slice and a soda for $2. You can't even get a slice for $2 now. So what are we really talking about? We got to pay attention to these things. All that goes back into political action stuff, like getting involved. Speaking of political action, we got a big episode debuting next week. I can't wait for you guys to see it. It'll be two versions of it. There'll be a short edited version, and there'll be a longer edited version. I encourage you to watch both, because the knowledge we're going to give out on that one is amazing. A big thank you to the team that helped produce it from CSA Region 2, Neil Kelly, David A., Matt D'Amico, Jamil Hallwood, and myself. It was great. I can't wait for you guys to see that one. Our members are going to be affected by these changes and these cuts, because when people can't get help, they're still going to show up. The state is still going to run programs, and they're going to help as many people as they can, which means our census are going to start getting filled to the capacity, and we're going to have people out there waiting to get service, and we can't help them. Nobody wants to work for free. So if you cut Medicaid for people to get paid, who's going to do that work? Who's going to help these people? How are people going to eat? SNAP is a beautiful program that helps people get food. You're cutting it, and it's not going to help. It's only going to hurt people. A lot of these other big cuts, you're not going to feel right away, and that's what it's designed to do. It's not a straight shot. It's a, hey, we're watching you from far away. You got to let the bullet travel there and get you. And that's when it's going to hurt. In a year, 2 years' time, where you're looking like, why is everything so much and we have so little? We're still fighting to get a livable wage for a lot of grades in CSCA, not to mention a lot of people across the state in various jobs and industries. And the cost of living, which I don't even like that algorithm anymore. We can just do New York City and say the cost of housing is insane. How are you going to survive? What are you going to do? And this is when we want to look at our people like, hey, we got to get y'all involved. We need y'all help. Because guess what? When your Republican senators, your Democratic senators, when senators of all, doesn't even matter about your political affiliation, are voting, they need to know how their people feel. And if they don't know how you feel, they're going to go with their feelings. And Tom saying that ain't affecting them. They get paid great wages being senators. What about you? What happens when your job becomes a right to work where you can't collective bargain and you just got to go to work? And when you don't go to work, you don't get paid. You don't even get guaranteed wages or hours. What you going to do then? Like I said, the power of the union, any union, is in the members. Got to get more involved. Got to get your voice heard. You got to address things. Get involved with helping the local out. Rallies, events, phone banks, whatever it takes. The power of the people is immense, but we got to use it. Another thing is, this is big for retirees, especially localize the 401. I want you guys to know, when you go to retire, please stop by the office, because we want to help y'all out and pay your first year for retiree dues, as the contract allows us to and our Constitution allows us to. So you can join the retiree union, keep a bunch of the benefits that we have as wonderful CSA members going for that first year in retirement. Enjoy that, okay? Let us know you're retiring so we can do something special for you on your way out the door. Not only the dues, but some other stuff that we do on a regular here at the local. Come by. Others, stop by your locals. Let them know, hey, I'm about to retire. Is there anything you guys can help me with? Pension programs. We be having pension classes all the time across the state. I encourage you, if you 1-2 years out, attend those. Get all the information you can now, so when the time is for you to transition to that wonderful part of your pension life, it's a smooth transition. Because there's a lot of questions you got to ask. And every time I go to one, I learn something else to help my people out with. Encourage everyone, and I'm encouraging everyone. Doesn't matter what your title is, take advantage of the many beautiful things in a partnership. You can start off in one thing and get yourself trained to be so much more. I'm so proud of the members in my local who took the opportunity to go out there and take part in the ATPS, that's the Annual Skills Trade Program, and become carpenters and electricians. We had one complete the plumbing and steam fitter. It's a beautiful thing when you can increase your knowledge and base, not only to apply to your job, but apply to your home life. Because the things you will now train and learn how to do, man, you only want to know about money can save you when you get ready to that point. Like, I'm a carpenter by trade and apprenticeship, and I do so much work that if I had to pay somebody for, I could barely afford it now to survive. But that's a skill we give you, and we give you the opportunity to learn. So take advantage of that one. Excuse me, y'all. All the training is awesome. Going back to school to get degrees, tuition advisement, definitely take that. As always, I'm plugging in my CSA app. It gives you access to all that stuff right at the click of your phone. Take advantage of it. We got the Region 2 conference coming up soon. I can't wait to see a bunch of you there. I'm considering doing an episode from the conference. We'll see how that goes. But I had to just get up here and talk today, because especially about that big, beautiful bill, because I learned a lot. And I know that eventually when the funding stops and we're going to have to take it, like next year alone, they got to find an extra $1 billion. Like, think about what I just said, an extra $1 billion. A year after that, they're going to find $3 billion. The cost that the states take on only goes up. And where's the first place they're going to try to get that money from? The people. They're going to do everything they can, and you got to have faith sometimes, but we'll see. But everything's going up. What are we going to look for next? You don't want them to start cutting jobs. We can't put food on the table. What you going to do when nobody got a job? The city's going to turn into something we don't want it to. It's really important for us as members. It's really important for us as people. It's really important for us as New Yorkers to get involved. Get involved, learn as much as you can. So when those times come, you understand what's at stake. As always, thank y'all for listening. Please like, comment, subscribe. All my CSA people, if you got any more questions, contact your statewide, your local, your regional offices. There's plenty of dedicated and knowledgeable people to help you answer any of the questions you have. And as always, you are the Human Union. Take care, and we see you next time. Have a good one, everybody.